Moving on, let's get into the Elsa Majimbo drama. Now, Elsa Majimbo over the past couple of months has been doing these story times on her TikTok specifically, and she's been talking a lot about her experiences. She's spoken about her teenage relationships. She's spoken about quite a bit. But last week, I think 2 weeks ago, she spoke about this relationship with Naomi Campbell, because all of us were like, girl, give us the tea with Naomi Campbell. Like, what happened? What happened? And she finally decided to give us the story, but later on she deleted that whole story. Story goes that when they met during COVID, when she started blowing up during COVID, and people were like posting her and talking about her, and she heard that Naomi Campbell was coming to the country, she actually DM'd Naomi Campbell, and they started having conversations, which led to them linking up when Naomi Campbell came to Nairobi, which led to Naomi Campbell actually inviting her to Malindi, where she was having a very luxurious vacation, which led to them getting into conversation about her having a documentary or starring in a documentary about her life and her struggles with colorism and her lack of support when it comes to being a comedian in the country, and so on and so forth. We all know that part of the conversation. However, she actually does go on to say that she met a few of her other friends who later on did come back to the country without Naomi, and they linked up at one of the prestigious restaurants in Nairobi. And during this time, they're like, by the way, how do you know Naomi? And she's like, oh, I've been a fan of her, and I was the one who actually contacted her on Instagram, and then the next thing I know, we are now friends. She's my sister. And they're like, oh, okay, because she actually says that she made you. Like, so Elsa's like, wait, what do you mean made me? Do you mean like supported me and promoted me? What do you mean made me? They're like, no. She says that from beginning to end, everything that you are, everything that you've accomplished is entirely her. And she's like, wait, what? Anyway, fast forward to 2021, I think, when she gets a call after she's been awarded. There was an award that was going on where her documentary, which she did, was actually being showcased, and unfortunately she gets a call from Naomi Campbell, who's like, dude, what do you mean you have a documentary? This is the exact idea that I pitched to you, so guess what, I'm going to sue you for the rights of that movie, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know I'm definitely going to win. And Elsa's like, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Wait. The conversation we had about the documentary and this documentary are entirely different. I really need to explain this to you. Long story short, they get into a back and forth where Naomi eventually calls her and says, never call me again, let's never meet again, let's just not ever have a conversation. And that led to Elsa getting into a little bit of an alcoholism issue, and eventually she quit, but ultimately it clearly was not a very good story. She started being blackballed in the Hollywood space, and she assumed that was because of Naomi, but later on she finds out that it wasn't because of Naomi. It's like a back and forth. The general story is Naomi Campbell was trying to claim that she's made Elsa, and Elsa was trying to create the narrative that no, she didn't make me, she did promote me and took me under her wing as her mentee, but like, she didn't make me. I am who I am, and I've done the things that I've done, not necessarily due to her, but most of the things that I have accomplished have been because of our relationship. Okay, there was another story in there about some white executives who she was trying to get help to because I don't know, there was an issue there. She was having problems with some white execs, which Naomi actually helped her with. This story is just a lot. It really is a lot. The moral of the story is Elsa Majimbo deleted that footage that she posted on social media, and there is maybe new beef that's been coming up. It's quite a bit. It's now been put up in like blogs, and everyone is talking about it. It's insanity. We're just waiting to see how the story ends, because so far it's not painting Naomi Campbell in the best light, considering she was on like 20 lists of the Epstein Island, the Epstein jet, the Epstein. People are worried that maybe there's a lot more here than we have assumed there has been. End of conversation.